Today's video is going to be a little different from the videos that I'm creating, and I'm going to share with you how to become from noob to actually pro. Now, a lot of people are thinking they're noobs, but they're actually doing fine, and there is a lot of people that think they're pro and they're basically not doing that fine. Of course, I'm going to share with you my experience and everything. And maybe I'm going to start with one story that was actually in the season 1, where I was mostly thinking how to help the alliance, because in season 1 I was a rank 4. Season 1, I think season 1 plus I was not, but season 1, where we faced against tier 5 players who opened the tier 5, it was tier 3 and tier 4, we managed to get the dragon. So there I was focusing over weakening the enemies. So this is maybe one of the good things that I did back in the days, and I was playing cavalry. Now, it sounds strange because I don't like that much cavalry, but in season 1, since everybody was developing, I was thinking, okay, so here is the thing. I'm going to give you some tips and tricks and what I did in specific situation, not to, you watch this video and you become a super saiyan or a super pro. I really like this sentence. Give a man a fish and you're going to feed him for a day. Teach the man how to fish and he's going to get fed for the rest of his life. So this is this type of video. I'm just going to share with you a specific situation and from what angle I was looking the situations and actually make some good decisions. So in season 1, as I mentioned, people were still building their castles. So that was great opportunity to go with cavalry, just because people are gathering resources. Some of the buildings are cost so much. So you cannot exception if you buy bundles, but for a normal free-to-play player, even with a farm, you still have to go out and gather. And if you attack farm or main account, it didn't actually matter. I mean the gathering hero. So this is maybe one of the good decisions I make back in the days, and that was basically to go with cavalry. Of course, I was having Bakshi with Emrys. This is the heroes that you're going to receive, and Alistar, of course. There was not that much cavalry back in the days, and the main artifact I was using was Quack of Stealth. It's giving decent amount of Legion. This is Legion attack and cavalry Legion attack, so, and also make you invisible. So like this, the enemy cannot track you. So the moment you strike, you're just going to have how to say, a buffer from killing like 3 or 4 gathering heroes before enemy notice you're there. Because when they notice, they're going to send cavalry after you, they're going to go out from their castles with and swarming you and stuff like this. So I was using this artifact and it actually helped me buy a lot of killing gathering heroes. And a lot of people are hating over the gather killers, but in season 1 was extremely important to wake the enemy, because if you try to build your wall, or you try to build your castle, or you try to build some of the training camps, and you don't have resources, you're going to move back. You're going to go somewhere in some safe zone, or far away from the battlefield. And every teleport actually costs gems. And by doing that, you actually eliminate this person from the battlefield for a specific amount of time. And I was doing this for season 1, season 1 plus, when we fight against DX. I again go against the Super Lances first. I kill all the gathering heroes for the Super Lance, and like this, the people from there at some point was like, okay, they're killing our gathering heroes, even though that they put so many choke points, they put legions on the choke points, so somehow nobody actually come. I managed to sneak out around the legions and go directly in the gathering heroes. And before I actually get killed, I take out like 7 or 8 or maybe even 10, gathering heroes. And everything you kill on the battlefield, the enemy have to either, back in the days there was no elixirs, just to mention that, the elixir is something new. Okay, not that new anymore, but there was no elixirs back in the day. So you have to wait to train basically what I put in the hospital, I mean the enemy. So that was one of the good strategy I managed, just from the point of how to make the enemy alliance more weaker. And I think this is maybe the question if you want to, your alliance to progress somehow, to help your buddies. And by helping your alliance, you're going to end up with good rewards. And this is the main point. I know most of my videos is something like how to boost your personal account, how personally you can actually get good pairings, some talent trees, some specific events to see how the things are done. But alliance is in the center of everything. If your alliance are losing, you're going to lose territory, you're going to lose behemoths, you're going to lose rewards, period. And the best rewards actually come from end of the season in general. So this is what I did back in the days, helping the alliance. And just by identifying your enemy, you're going to start understanding what you have to do. I see everybody was going on the battlefield on specific time, but there was a dead period where basically nobody was fighting, and that was the moment where to go and strike Gathering Heroes, because when everybody are active, it's extremely hard. So this is what I do, and I think it was a pro move back in the days from point of, fighting. Let's talk about something that I didn't actually do well, and I can say about the heroes. Since at the beginning, Bakshi, people was not so sure, is this hero going to be in the gold chest, is going to be in the wiki spin, and I think still this day it show it can go in the wiki spin, and it's true. I mean, you can select him right now, but yeah, back in the days was from the gold keys, and that was one huge boost from the game, by the way, just in presenting new legendary hero in the gold keys. Till this day, I don't remember any other legendary hero that can be presented. Maybe the new one that is Xiang. This hero right now is also here, I think, yeah, somewhere here. This one, but to make him legendary, you have to buy the pack. So it's basically like you're buying Lilia. You have to do this. So from point of heroes, I was chasing heroes. I was chasing at the beginning Kinara come out. Where is Kinara, by the way? And I actually invest a lot in her. It's like 5541. This is for me personally as a WoW spender, this is huge investment from my point of view. I make host like 511, so I'm not going to talk about the host, but I think even the first bundle is giving you 60 host marks, and it's enough actually to make him like 5111. Now, the other hero that I started investing was actually Madeline, and I make her 5522. So all these spendings, even though that I was not quite sure what kind of troop I am, and I didn't actually know about sticking to one troop. Right now people starting Call of Dragons, they have decent amount of information in the internet. And I think this is huge advantage. I mean, at the beginning of the global launch, some people was having some knowledge from Rise of Kingdom, so they can somehow apply it, in the in this game. But I play Rise of Kingdom for 2 weeks and I quit, and I get left with right now I'm playing Call of Dragons, and I was chasing every new hero, but it's extremely hard to awake one hero. It's not that easy, but I didn't know back in the days that is huge farming to make one hero awakened. I was thinking maybe you buy like 5 bundles and the hero is awakened. Nah. Heroes need a lot of how to say it, tokens. So this is the huge mistake I actually make. I didn't understand that I should stick to one unit, one troop. Of course, I'm not Whale. Now, Whales and Krakens can do whatever they like. They can even make their Chakcha with Kingslayer going around the battlefield and trying to do damage. But for people like me, definitely going for one troop is the way. So I spent on Madeline, I spent over Kinara. After this, I don't remember over who I spent. And the moment I actually understand, you should stop spending, was actually Season 2, going for Forondil and Theodore. Okay, Forondil, I was having, I was having a moment in my gameplay where there was one dude who was playing cavalry, and boy, he was doing amazing job. And it was having less power for me, but it was having like 2 times more merits for me. And I just saw how with his flying cavalry eagles, he actually do crazy things going around the map. And flying cavalry, I mean the eagles, it's way more fast to actually go on specific point. You don't have to wait for choke point. There is nothing like this. You just cross the map and you're there, and they're fast. So I go for Spring Warden. This is the main reason I actually invest in Forum Deal, trying to achieve what he did. But here is the thing: he was having a lot of time, and currently I'm working. I mean, I have a real job, and I go. Okay, not every day. Working days, I go there and I do my job. So I didn't actually have the time to actually achieve what he will achieve with his flying units. I don't know why Breath of Giants are here, but anyway. So that was the moment when I switched to Spring Warden. I use my free switch, and after this I play like 10k to switch to League of Order, but this is different story. So I tested out, and here is a mistake I make. I mean, yes, everybody can do what this person did, but you have to actually understand how he is doing that. Because yeah, somebody's sharing reports, you see some crazy reports, but is this person are sitting there fighting with one legion for 30 minutes when in 30 minutes you can actually refresh 3 times and actually make 2 times more merits from him just by doing these refreshes and going with full legions on the battlefield. And at the end you're going to see one report from this person with huge numbers inside, but at the same time you actually make more merits from points just going fighting, refreshing legion, fighting, refreshing legion. From this to sit with same legions, a lot of time waiting for some good opportunity to appear to actually strike. Maybe if you're low on troops you can go, but yeah. And that was, I don't know, I can actually say a mistake, but I understand that the cavalry is not for every person. Okay, it's for people with a lot of time. Right now I have a cavalry guide, by the way, on my channel. You can go and check it out. I'm going to put a link in the description. Also, I think it's going to be at the end of this video. But in general, this is one of the things I understand, that, you know, some people are just going to be better from you on some specific topics if you don't actually want to put extra effort in this. So that was my period with the cavalry. Right now, again, there is a lot of information how you can play cavalry, but yeah, what you can take from this is if you see, for example, your main marksman and you see some mage player actually show some crazy reports, you see his merits that is crazy, for example. I mean, when you see this type of people, try to understand what they're actually doing to actually achieve these results. What legions, how awakened is the heroes, what kind of artifact, what level is the artifact. Now there is artifacts like, for example, Breath of Giants, where you instantly get the benefits here. And if you level up this artifact, is going to just increase the defense reduction, but you get defense reduction for 20 seconds on 10 enemy legion. So there is artifacts that you get the benefits from the beginning. I can also say about this one, what was the new one, Thunder Elegy. You also get the benefits from this artifact on level 1, so you don't need that much to go to level 5. And yeah, actually explore and see what he's having to achieving these results before you actually decide to make this huge switch, like switching. Okay, it's not that huge, I mean, these 10k gems is not that much, but still, before you actually go and start investing in the heroes, that you may not want to play this type of game. And again, cavalry is way more different gameplay from the rest of the units. I mean, every troop has specific type of playing. So from there, I actually switched to League of Order, and till these days, I'm League of Order. Now, back in the days, I watched one video of Hoaxden when he promotes that League of Order was the best fraction in the game. In the same time, I was Wilderberg, and I was thinking Wilderberg was the best fraction in the game. Of course, things change by a lot, but I agree on this thing that League of Order is the best fraction, and there is a couple reasons behind. Now, on Wilderberg, the flying one is not good. This, goblins with the bombs is not that good. Therefore, destruction. You can basically make your farm Wilderberg getting extra 5% resources when you finish gathering with your farm, and in the same time in the war you can just send your flying units to destroy some tower, for example, and not actually lose any units in destruction. And this is the last unit. They have very good cows, and here is the difference between for example, Ballista and the cows. Just to mention, you know, here you have to sit and not move for 4 seconds to actually achieve 10% more attack. The cows don't have this thing. They have permanent attack. Their attack boost on the marksman is a permanent. You don't need to sit. I think for marksman, for Spring Warden was something like 10 seconds or 5 seconds. I don't remember quite well, but yeah, they have decent marksman. So from there, I think this is maybe the best move I actually did, as already WoW spender. Going close to free-to-play player, I go to League of Order. And if I have opportunity to actually go back and again pick which race I want to be, I'm going to again pick just League of Order. And the main reason is just the Celestials is the best unit. The mages are good. Vestos is going to give you 20% HP. I think it was 20% if I remember right. Just to be sure. It's going to be HP. Okay, here we don't see that much. But yeah, it's giving some HP and it's a good unit. Celestials is a good unit. In the same time, Spring Warden, if I can compare to Spring Warden, since their flying units is actually good one, the Eagles. Eagles are better from the ground cavalry, which I don't like. And the ground cavalry is very bad. I mean, they make some changes there. I'm not so sure how the things are there. But yeah. So yeah, this is the final decision I actually make in Call of Dragons going for League Order. Now let's talk about the artifacts. We have to talk about the artifacts. I get so lucky to get Phoenix Eye to level 5. My Phoenix Eye is level 5. And I get Kingslayer for some reason also level 5. Even though that I didn't actually invest anything in this artifact. Phoenix Eye was... I make it level 5. I think I have videos on my channel, but I make it level 5 when I get going Forge of Light. Back in the days, there was actually 2 artifacts there. Now you can actually select just one, but back in the days was 2. I get lucky to get Breath of Gigantis. This is maybe the biggest win I get. And of course, I was unlucky because it was the 3rd legendary artifact that I received. The second one, the first one was actually Phoenix Eye, and the second one was Spiritborn Torque. It's level 1. I get extremely lucky to get this one. I didn't plan to do it, but it's serving me so well till this day. Spiritborn Torque, especially for my Goresh. So I hit the jackpot back in the days with this thing. So, but I don't think everybody can actually... Yeah, it was pure luck. I mean, not gonna lie, it was just luck. Now from Mage or Marksman or Cavalry or whatever, just focus over... Just focusing over one troop is just going to save you tons of money. Period. This thing is going to just save you so much money for getting artifacts for your cavalry. Now Shadow Blades is level 5, and the main reason is just because in the Titan Legacy, if I go over the rewards, in the final chest there is basically nothing interesting there except this Shadow Blade. Now right now they actually present Phoenix Eye, which is a must get, and Spring Blade. And since my Shadow Blade is already leveled up, and you have Sorwan Blade and you have a Spring Blades, this is a very good artifact. I have to mention that. Everything that is a suit is a very, very good artifact. And Sorwan Blade, and in the same time you get Kingslayer as from the normal chest. This is very good builded for cavalry. So yeah, I think maybe if you want to invest, this is one of the things that you should definitely go for. And I think monthly, what's the name? Well, it's not this thing. Basically, monthly packs and daily packs actually is also something good that you can go just to get more heroes. Now, the thing I suggest here is going over the events where you see something like this when there is a purchase payback. Just, you know, when you buy something to get something in extra, and this rewards actually increase, and this thing actually costs a lot, and you can even go and get more rewards. So this is the way I actually go right now. I didn't actually buy anything. Exception that I buy is actually Mu Xiang, and the main reason is this is absolutely crazy hero, and if you don't have it, get it. This hero can be combined with basically any kind of troops in Call of Dragons, period. I also have a video about Muxiang, about talentry, pairing, pets, artifacts, basically everything you need to know on my channel, so you can go and check it out later. And finally, we already spoke about the fights, we already spoke about the artifacts, we spoke about the heroes, just focus over one troop, if I didn't mention that. And I think we spoke about the spending. We spoke about the spending also. About the VIP and alliances, try to be in the best alliances. The main reason is these bundles that it is going to give you some extra stuff, like for example VIP points. Especially if you are at the beginning, you need VIP points. And if you're in good alliance, boy, you're going to have a lot of this thing. Look at this thing. I don't know how many hundred thousands I have of this thing. This is like 101,001. And you're going to actually open your VIP 15. I think this is maybe the biggest target everybody should have, getting these 24-hour speed ups. And the main reason is opening tier 5. Right now the game actually increased how much arrows you can get from the Darkling Patrol, so the watchtower is not going to be that big issue, but you still have to collect arrows and theatry to open tier 5. So I'm going to end the video here. And if you have any question, you can write it in the comments below. Don't forget to check the cavalry guide I get from the best players in Call of Dragons, getting together, building something absolutely beautiful, and this is the cavalry guide. So if you think maybe one day I should actually go for cavalry, or if I see a cavalry guy, what to expect, what kind of legions he most likely running, and just by seeing the legions he's running, you definitely know the strategy behind, so you can actually do some countering of this. So I guess that's all for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Like, subscribe, and see you in the next video.